Okay, any pains or injuries before we start? Good, okay. All right, good morning, everyone. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information is on the bottom of the video. Today's class is open flow. It is a level 1, level 2. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether, and always be mindful that you do not create any injuries and making some good decisions for your practice. All right, let's sit up tall. If you need to elevate, you can sit up on a block. Otherwise, a comfortable cross-legged position with the palms face up. And fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. And grounding evenly through your seat, allow your shoulders to broaden. And with your lips touching, start to regulate your breath by breathing only through your nose. And begin to let your inhales even out with your exhales. Three arms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed. Hands together in prayer on front of the heart. Pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs. Lifting the heart up toward the sky. Setting your intention for your yoga practice. Devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification. Purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Sarva Vushtan, Katopiwa, Katopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Pudrikaksham, Pudrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Pihendraha, Pihendraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes and let the palms face up. Fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder. Right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center, drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center, drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side. Roll it back, opposite side, roll it center. A few more rounds at your own pace. And take the chin back to center and pause. And then taking the opposite direction. And chin back toward the chest. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and neutral spine. Extending the legs forward, coming off your blocks or your blankets if you're sitting on anything. And with your hands supporting to either side, sitting up tall, turn your toes toward each other, and then roll out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling the ankles. Take it back to center, switch them around in rotations. And back to center again. Cross your shins. Take the opposite shin on top, the non-dominant crossing of the legs. Inhale, take the arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, other side. Back to center again. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Take it back up, other side. Back up again, legs forward, forward fold. And take it back up. Swing the legs back behind you. Let's sit on top of the shins. And with the arms alongside the body. If you're touching down, just move your hands slightly outwards. On the inhale, press against your shins and lift up to vertical. On the exhale, lower almost all the way down, so you're still hovering, working your quads. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Lift and lower. Lift. This time, lower and hover here and just hold. Lower all the way down. Hands together in prayer. Interlace. Press your palms forward as you round the spine. On the inhale, lift up to vertical, reach up, and maybe even lean back slightly with a back bend. Exhale, round the spine, reach forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Stay lifted and maybe even lean back some more. Keep your back bend. Wrap the hands back behind you, interlace, broaden your shoulders, reach your knuckles back, and go even deeper. Come back to neutral. Hands together in prayer. Interlace with the other thumb on top. Press your palms forward. Round the spine. Inhale, lift, and slightly tilt back. Exhale, round it forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift, and then lean it back slightly. Maintaining that back bend, wrap the hands back behind you, interlace with the other thumb on top. Lift up, gaze up. Release. Walk your hands forward, down dog. Start to pedal out the legs and walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Inhale, kick up. Open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee to the outside of the right arm in touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist. Touch your left arm. Inhale, kick it up. Step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Left hand catching the right wrist. Extend up and side bend to your left. Take it back to vertical. Switch hands. Extend. Side bending to the right. Back to center. Warrior one. Exhale. Open it up. Warrior two. Flip the front palm. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Side angle. You can modify elbow to the knee or right hand to the floor. Left arm reach up. Inhale, take it back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. 3 progressive cobras. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it for cobra. If not, keep your elbows slightly bent. Bending the elbows, lower all the way down. Child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Stay on your shins as you walk the hands back in. Lift the torso back up. Raise your left arm up. Right hand to catch your left wrist. Side bending to the right. Take it back to center. Bend your left elbow. Right hand to left elbow and lean it back. Take it back to center. Right hand comes to the floor for support. Left elbow to the right knee, up and down 5 times. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, take it back up. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, take it back up. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, take it back up. This time, left elbow, right knee, and stay. Then take the left elbow to the floor. Use that as support. As you take the right hand back behind you, your left hand can support the back of the head and twist deeper. Release your right hand back down to the floor. Lift the torso back up. Walk it forward, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee outside of the left arm and touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist, touching your right arm. Kick it back up. Step the left foot forward, warrior 1. Right hand catching your left wrist. Extend, side bending to the right. Take it back to center, switch hands, extend, side bending to your left. Back to center again, releasing warrior 1. Open it up, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angles. Again, you can modify elbow to the knee or hand to the floor, right arm straight up. Inhale, take it back up, reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, lower all the way down. 3 progressive cobras. Hands alongside the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. Full extension of your arms if you have it. Bending the elbows if you need it. Bending the elbows, release all the way down. Child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Walk your hands in. Stay on your shins. Lift your torso. Raise your right arm up. Left hand to catch your right wrist and side bending to your left. Take it back to vertical. Bend your right elbow. Left hand to right elbow and lean it back for the back bend. Take it back to vertical. Left hand to the floor for support. Right elbow to your left knee, up and down 5 times. Inhale, lift back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, take it back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Right elbow, left knee. Take it back up. This time, right elbow, left knee, and stay to twist. Then take the right elbow to the floor for support, and then left hand behind you, half bind. You can support the head with your right hand. Release your left hand back down to the floor. Lift back up. Walk it forward, down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist, touch your left arm. Inhale, kick it back up. Step the right foot forward, warrior one. Take the hands together in prayer. Interlace and press your palms forward. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, press forward, and twist to the right. 3 times. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward, and twist. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward, and twist. Stay twisting to the right. Half bind, right hand behind you. Left elbow to the outer right knee for the twisted side angle. Twisted lunge. Inhale, take it back up, reverse warrior. Triangle, lengthen out the right leg. Right hand can come to the top of the shins if you're less flexible. Right hand to the floor if you're more flexible. Left arm up. Inhale, come all the way back up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to your floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga, push up. Inhale, forward and up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm and touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist, touching your right arm. Kick it back up. Stepping your left foot forward, warrior one. Hands together in prayer, interlace with the other thumb on top and press forward. Lengthen front leg, reach up. Bend, press forward and twist left. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward and twist. One more time. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward and twist. Stay twisting left, half bind, left hand behind you. Right arm, outer left knee, and twist deeper. Inhale all the way back up and around, reverse warrior. Triangle, lengthen out the left leg, hand to top of the shin or to the floor. Right arm, reach up. Inhale, take it back up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee to outside the right arm and touch. Kick it back up and flip the dog. Roll on to outside the left foot. Drop the right foot back behind you. Lift and extend the right arm up and back. Flip it back around. Right leg up. Right knee comes into twist. Touch your left arm. Kick it back up. Fallen triangle. Right leg over to your left side. Flip it back. Right leg up. Three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace. Lift up, gaze up. Bow forward. Devotional warrior. Take back up. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Left palm face down. Reach forward. Now, from the extended side angle, we'll take the vinyasa of taking the left arm up, back, and down for big circles as we coordinate that with the lengthening and bending of the front knee. So on the inhale, lengthen your right leg. Reach your left arm up and back. Then bend the front knee. Circle your left hand down and forward. 3 times. Lengthen, reach up and back. Bend and reach down and forward. Lengthen, reach up and back. Bend and bow down and forward. Stay here. Extend your side angle and then half bind. Left hand behind you. You may stay here in the half bind or take the full bind. Thread the right arm underneath and catch the other hand. Come back to side angle. Right hand to the floor, left arm up, and let's revolve it. Left hand down to the floor. Right arm up to twist. Extend it. Right palm to face down and reach forward. Half bind it. Right arm up and behind you. Twist deeper. On the inhale, come all the way back up and around. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the right leg. Extended triangle. Left palm face down and reach forward. Half bind. Left arm up and behind you. You may stay here for a few more breaths. If you have a full bind in your triangle, then bend your right knee first to take the bind of the hands, and then lengthen out the right leg fully. If you have the full bind, release your right hand down. Left arm up, everyone, and then let's revolve it. Left hand down to the floor. Right arm up to twist. Extend it forward. Half bind it. Right arm up and behind you. Then bend the front knee, circle it up into reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm and touch. Kick it back and flip the dog. Roll on to outside the right foot. Drop the left foot back behind you. Flip it back around. Left leg up. Left knee comes into twist. Catch your right arm. Kick it back up. Fallen triangle. Left leg over to the right side. Lift and extend. Flip it back again. Left leg up. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Wrap the hands back behind you. Take the non-dominant interlacing of your hands. Lift up, gaze upwards. Bow forward, devotional warrior. Take it back up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Right palm face down, reach forward. Half bind, right arm up and behind you. You may stay there if your shoulders are tight or work on the full bind. Left arm underneath the left leg, take the bind, lift up, lean back, and stacking your shoulders. Release your binds, come back to side angle, preparing to revolve it. Then right hand comes down to the floor, left arm up to twist. Extend it, left palm face down, reach forward. Half bind it. Left arm up and behind you. Stack your shoulders. Rotate a little bit more deeply. On the inhale, come all the way up and around. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg. Extended triangle. Modify again as you need. Right palm face down. Reach forward. Half bind. Right arm up and behind you. All right, so if your shoulders are tight, you're staying here. If you're taking the full bind, bend your left knee, wrap the left arm underneath to take the full bind through the side angle, and then lengthen out the front leg for the bound triangle. All right, releasing your binds, come to triangle. So left hand down, right arm up. And then let's revolve it. Right hand comes down to the floor, left arm up to twist. Extend it, left palm face down, reach forward. Half bind it, left arm up and behind you. Then bend the front knee as you circle up and around, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forward into your plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Sphinx pose, forearms down. All right, and then once you have your forearms down, grab opposite elbows to measure out for your shoulders width, and then take the forearms back down. Also check that your shoulders and your elbows are pretty much lined up in a vertical line. Then pressing your belly and your lower ribs down to flatten your lower back. Then press your forearms down to lift your chest. Gently looking forward, not straight forward, which then crunches the back of the neck, right? You want to look slightly downwards, so keeping a more neutral spine. So you're looking for length and space. Press into your hands. Lift the elbows up. So you're a slightly lower cobra here. But keep reaching your belly and your lower ribs toward the floor, but you're not touching down this time. Now, if this is good for you, stay here. If you're looking for a deeper back bend, you're going to soften your elbows first. Walk your hands in, one hand print. And then circling your shoulders forward, up, and back as you lengthen out the arms, coming a little higher on your cobra. So the higher up you go, the lower the back bend. If this is good, stay here. If you have one more in you, soften your elbows again. Walk your other hand in first, one hand print. And then with your elbows bent, circle the shoulders forward, up, and as you draw up and back, lengthen out the arms, lift up even higher. And bend the elbows, lower all the way down, child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. And then come to your hands and your knees. Take your left hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. Raise your right elbow up. We're going to vinyasa here. On the exhale, thread it through, but stay hovering. Inhale, lift back up, so working on the thoracic twist. Exhale, thread it through. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread through. This time, you're going to let the right shoulder, right knee come toward the floor. Press your right hand down, press your left hand down. Your left arm should be 90 degrees. So your left elbow should line up with your left wrist vertically. Adjust as you need. If you want a half bind, left arm up and behind you, looking for your lower back or your inner right thigh, and twist deeper. Raise your left arm back up, left hand to the floor, lift. Come back to hands and knees, and then switching sides. Right hand, one hand print wider, one hand print further forward. Inhale, raise the left elbow up. Exhale, thread it through, but hover. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, thread through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. This time, left shoulder, left cheek comes down to the floor. Right hand pressing down, and your right arm is roughly 90 degrees. Use the resistance of the right hand pressing down to deepen your twist. Then either staying here or the half bind, right arm up and behind you, to your lower back or your inner left thigh. Release. Raise your right arm up and right hand down to the floor. Then press back up to hands and knees and down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Raise the arms up high for high lunge. Wrap your right arm underneath your left, eagle arms. Lift the elbows up, gaze up. On the exhale, bow forward. Now, as you bow forward, you can stay hovering here. Or you can touch your hands down. If you have even more flexibility, is your forearms down. Gently start to release. Make your way back up to vertical first to maintain your balance. Then tip forward for warrior three. You can stay in warrior three with your torso and your left leg parallel to the floor. Or you can bow forward more with your torso, raise your left leg higher for toppling tree. Stay on the right leg, start to stand up for eagle. You're going to wrap the left leg over your right. Then bend your right knee, drop the feet. You may stay higher up, or you can round your spine and draw forward with your elbows to the top of the legs. So this is your crouching eagle. You may stay here for 3 more breaths. If you want to side crow to your left, you can take side crow to your left. If you choose to expand your legs, it's Skandasana 1. All right, starting to break, make your way back, lifting back up, releasing your arms, and again, through warrior three, nice and controlled. Step it back to warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Lengthen out the right leg, turn the right toes to the left side. Let's turn your toes slightly inwards, the heels a little bit wider. Hands to the hips, lift up for your back bend to prepare. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor. Once you have your hands, inhale, lengthen your spine and your legs. Exhale, deepen the forward fold, hinging at the hips. Settle into your pose, ground firmly through your heels and your outer feet. Try to look for as much lengthiness to the back bodies as possible and let the head release. I'll give you another 5 breaths here. Option for those of you who are inverting. You can take your tripod headstands here, or just stay in the forward fold. All right, if you're inverting, make your way back down. With your hands supporting on the floor, Skandasana. Start to bend your left knee. Draw the seat toward the left heel. Pivot to the right heel and roll the toes upwards. Now, once you settle in, right, try to keep the left heel down to the floor as well. However, if you have to stay on your left tiptoes, right, because you don't have the mobility in your ankles, then keep your hands supporting. However, if you can keep the heel down and you can free up your hands, hands together in prayer. You may stay here if you are balanced here. binding. Wrap the left arm around the left shin, right hand back behind you to take the full bind. And let's everybody fold over your right leg. So releasing your binds, you're going to take the right hand to outside the right leg and square the torso over the right leg. Raise your left arm up and reach forward. If you can bind the hand to the foot, take it. If otherwise, grab anywhere to the outer right leg and then fold over your right leg. So you're still hovering, right? Do the best you can. And start to release both hands to the floor and let's sit all the way down. This is the full Skandasana. Right hand to grab the left ankle. Side bending over the right leg. Reach your left arm over. You can just reach toward the front of the room or bind the left hand to the right foot if you can reach. Almost there, Vivian. Keep reaching. The foot is right there. And for Laura, if you want to reach for the foot and bind first and then thread your head underneath, yeah, there you go. So you were almost there. You just didn't know your foot was there. One more breath. Unfortunately, Katie, we're nowhere close, so we'll stay here for today. All right, starting to release. Make your way back up. Stay in the seated position, and let's rotate to your left. Wrap the right arm around your left knee and rotating to your left. The other way, Katie. And back to center. Now we're going to rotate to the right. You can press your left arm to your inner left knee and twist to the right. So this to help you neutralize your back and your spine. All right, square back with your hands supporting. Lift back up first. Then with your hands supporting still, start to make your way forward into Warrior Two. Lift all the way back up. Reestablish your balance in Warrior Two and then reverse Warrior. Hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. Inhale one breath, exhale chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. Come forward into your plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Take the right forearm down to the floor. So again, try to maintain the right shoulder over your elbow, vertical right upper arm. Then take the left knee out to the left side. Your legs are in frog, so it's about 90 degrees, and flex your left foot. All right, once you establish that, you can press your left hand to the floor and twist your left. You can also free up your left hand to your lower back, stack your shoulders, and twist deeper. If that is still easy, you can bind left hand to your right foot. So bend your right knee, grab the inside of the foot, and kick back. Release, square back, and draw the left leg back, switch sides. You're on your left arm comes in 45 degrees. Then right knee out to right side, 90 degrees. So that's a frog leg. Make sure you flex your right foot as well. Then reestablish your shoulder over your elbows. So this vertical line with your upper arm gives you a lot of support and does not stress your shoulders as much, okay? So right hand to the floor first, stack, and start to twist to the right. All right, once you have a good steady pose here and you feel, you can take the half bind. It's the right hand behind you to your lower back and use that resistance of the hand to your lower back to twist or the outer left hip. And then if you're going further, you can bind right hand to your left foot. Once you grab the foot, kick it back, stack even more, look behind you. Begin to release. Square back to center. And then child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Come back up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes under. Step the left foot out to the left side. So right hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. Inhale, raise the left arm up. Exhale, twist. Left shoulder, left cheek comes down to the floor. And once you have that, if you can free up your right hand for the half bind, right hand behind you, twist deeper. All right, take the right hand back down to the floor, lift back up. Take both hands down, reestablish your hands and knees. Then right foot out to right side. So this is basically Parigasana, the gate pose, right? Then we're going to add the twist. Left hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your right elbow up. Exhale, twist. Right shoulder, right cheek comes down to the floor. All right, so once you establish your balance here, feeling pretty good and stable, then take the half bind. Left arm up and behind you. Release your left hand back down. Lift back up. Reestablish your hands and knees. And then down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward, low lunge. Take the arms up high, high lunge. Left arm underneath your right, eagle arms. Then lift the elbows up, gaze up. And then bow forward. So either stay here, hovering in space, or if you can touch your hands down, take the hands down. If you can take your forearms down, take it even lower. Begin to release. Make your way back up to vertical first. Reestablish your balance. Then start to lean forward for warrior three. So your torso and the right leg about parallel to the floor. Or if you're going for toppling tree, you're bowing forward more, raise your right leg higher. Then start to stand up for eagle pose, wrapping the right leg over. Bend your left knee, dropping your seat a little bit. Either stay upright or bow forward, elbows to knees for your crouching eagle. Then you are staying here, or you're taking the arm balance of Kundiyasana 1. Hands over to the right side. Your left arm supports your right leg. Tip forward, expand your legs. All right, start to make your way back. Then come up, expanding your arms and through warrior three. Start to step it back into warrior one. I have the wrong leg. I was like, how come it looks wrong? Open it up, warrior two. Lengthen your left leg. Turn your left toes to the right side. Hands to the hips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow forward. Straddling forward bend. Hands to the floor. Then once you have your hands down, re-lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hinging at the hips. Try to keep a more neutral spine as you make your way forward. And once you take a few breaths, if you're working on your inversions again, take it. Now, for those of us who didn't take inversions the first time, let's take a stretch over the legs. So walk your hands over to the left side. You can take your left hand to outer left foot. If that's too much of a reach, left hand can go to the inside of the left foot, and then grab the ankle or your wrist and fold toward that left leg. Just walk it back to center and take it to the other side. Let's start to finish up, everyone. Make your way back to center. Skandasana squat. So with your hands supporting, start to bend your right knee and draw the seat toward the right heel. Pivot to your left heel. Let's set your pose here first. So you're squatting. If you can free up your hands, hands together in prayer. If you're on your tiptoes, right? So again, if you're on your tiptoes, you're quite vulnerable, kind of shaky, right? So keep your hands supporting on the floor. Because if you take your hands off the floor, unless you're super steady, right, this could be a little bit tricky for you. All right, those of you going for binding, take the bind. And then forward folding over your left leg, releasing your binds. Left hand to the outside of the left leg. Raise your right arm up, square over your left leg, and binding hand to foot or anywhere along the left leg, and fold. So you're still hovering here. All right, release your forward fold and take the seat all the way down to the floor. Wrap the left hand to the right ankle, then side bending over your left leg. You can use your left tricep to the inner left leg for additional resistance. Then reaching the right arm overhead or binding the right hand to your left foot. Now, if you're not quite sure where the foot is, right, you might want to look and bind first before you twist. All righty, beginning to release. Make your way back up. Reestablish your seat, and let's neutralize. Right hand behind you. Wrap the left arm around your right knee and twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, counter twist. You can press your right tricep to your inner right knee. Release with both hands on the floor. Lift back up into the squat, and then slowly transition back forward through the warrior two into reverse warrior, and then chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Walk your feet forward toward your hands, yogic squat. Turn your toes out. Heels can be slightly turned in. So if you're quite tight and you have to be on your tiptoes, right, then stay on your tiptoes, supporting with your hands. However, if your heels are really close, you might actually walk your feet wider so they can draw the heels down. And then perhaps you can take the seat all the way down. Once you're there, hands together in prayer. Press your elbows to your inner knees back into your elbows. So it's a very strong yogic squat. Once you have that resistance, let the feet draw down toward the floor even more. Lift the chest and lean back. So using your arms, pressing against your legs, legs back into your arms for resistance and stability. All right, so I've called this a wide-legged crow, or like kind of like a frog pose. So your hands come to the floor just like your crow pose. But you're going to keep your knees really wide, and you're going to go into the inner thighs instead. And as you tip forward, you're going to keep your feet wide and separated and flexed. So as you let the hips get heavy, you're going to lower down, And then as your hips get heavy, you're going to feel for the inner thigh stretch, inner hip stretch. Okay? So this is kind of like the shape of a frog. Let the feet be wide. Let the knees be wide. And let the hips get heavy. All right, I'll give you guys a side view as well. All right, so the difference between a crow pose and this pose is that in crow pose, you're lifting away from the floor. In this pose, you're letting the hips get heavy. Right? Whereas a crow, your heels will get together and you're lifting away from the floor. Right? Whereas here, you're flattening toward the floor. All right, let's start to release. Make your way back up into a forward fold. Let the feet be wide and just sway out your hips side to side. Come back to stillness, to center. Bend at the knees, let the seat drop a little. Lift the head, lift the upper back through a more neutral spine. Shift the way back toward your heels through the strength of the legs and a neutral spine. Make your way up to a standing position. Once you're up, step the feet together, knees together. All right, tree pose. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. Sole of the right foot in a left leg. Hands together in prayer. Arms up and out in a wide position. Gazes to the floor, slightly ahead of you. Now, you may stay here in a basic tree and work to balance here. Now, if your hips are tight and this is very shaky for you, then go below the knee joint, and that will make it a lot easier, right? Because you're not working so hard at the flexibility of the hips. All right, those of you going further, anything you want. You can take, for example, wrapping hands back behind you for the heart opener. Side bending to the right. If you're more advanced and taking the half lotus, forward fold, tiptoe balances, you're going to take a half lotus, top of the right foot to your left hip crease. Then start to lean forward into a forward fold. Then shift into your tiptoe balance, bending at the knees. And then maybe freeing up your hands and balancing here. If you're not ready to take the hands off the floor, you can always just either take one hand and just work there. Alrighty, wherever you are, start to make your way back up to tree. Listen, Margaret has progressed in that one. You're taking the half bind, the full bind with a hand to foot in your tiptoe balance. That's good. All right, start to make your way back up. Step the right foot down, chair. Let's stay here in chair. All right, so for those of us who took the half lotus, this helps us to neutralize the knees and the ankles. And then dive forward. Take a few breaths here. Letting the legs recover. Let the spine quiet down. All right, let's break. Bend at the knees. Let the seat drop. Let the head and the upper back lift. And then shifting away back toward your heels. And again, through the strength of the legs and neutral spine, make your way back up to standing. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Sole of the left foot to inner right leg. So second side. So foot is either above or below the knee joint. And then arms up and out in a wide position. You are staying here or wrapping hands back behind you, interlace with the other thumb on top for the heart opener. If you went for the side bend, you're side bending to your left, left arm to left leg, right arm overhead. If you're working deeper into your half lotuses, left foot to your right hip crease. All right, you can take a full bind there if you want. Left hand behind you to grab the left big toe. Forward fold, and then shifting forward, bending your right knee, shift to your right tiptoes, and see if you can work to balance here in a half lotus. Two more breaths. All right, when you're ready, make your way back up. And then when you step the left foot down, let's come to chair so that you can neutralize your knees and your ankles. And then gently dive forward, forward fold. And again, let's take a few breaths here. All right, when you're ready, walk or jump back, chaturanga dog, down dog, so the hands can plant down to the floor. If you want to take a hop back, or you can just walk it back. Left leg up for crescent moon. Step the left foot forward, right knee comes down. Set up the pose, lunge your hips forward. Press your hands into your upper thighs and lean the upper torso back, gently looking up. And then when you're ready, arms up, Venus Mudra. Once you catch a few breaths, any additional variations you like, again, more simple ones could be heart opener, wrapping hands back behind you. Side bending, left arm to left leg, right arm overhead, or the left hand can come down if you can reach easily. You can go the opposite direction, right hand down, left arm up. Those of you going for your binding, Mermaid Binds, right hand to right foot. Grab the outside of the right foot, kick it back, which extends your right arm and the right shoulder. The left arm can reach up and back. You may take Mermaid 2, grabbing the inside of the foot, slip that foot to your elbow crease, and then maybe taking the full bind here as well. All righty, let's start to break. Hands to either side of the left foot, pyramid. Tuck the right toes under, lengthen over your left leg. All right, bend the front knee, ground the palms, kick the left leg up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Take a few breaths here to let the hips create some space, and we're going to come forward for pigeon. All right, re-extend the left leg, draw the left knee in toward the nose, and land that shin to the floor for your pigeon. Left thigh angles out slightly, 30 to 45 degrees. Into right knee further back to lower the hips. Untuck the toes behind you. Elongate through the spine. Make sure you're nice and level in the hips. And then once you're ready, you can make your way forward, staying in your forearms, or making pillows with the hands. You are welcome to stay here. If you have additional variations you like, go ahead and take anything you want. So for example, if you want to twist to your left, just like we keep doing with the threading of the needle, right shoulder comes down, right cheek comes down, left arm up and behind you. If you combine the left hand to your left big toe behind you, take it. If not, the left hand stays to the floor for support, and that's perfectly fine. If you're going the opposite direction, you can lift the torso up, take the left feet down, and move your left heel further forward so that the shin becomes more parallel to the front of the mat, and flex your left foot. Then steer the torso over toward the right so that you can take the left tricep to the sole of the foot. Then hands together in prayer and twist to the right. So you're going to go the opposite direction. But an adjustment must be made in an upright position before you twist to the right. All right, and then if you're taking your mermaids in your pigeon, you're going to walk your left hand in, right hand to your right foot, and again, kick back, left arm up. Or mermaid 2, slip the foot to your elbow crease. All righty, let's start to break. Make your way back up. Tuck the right toes under and press it back to the down dog. Take lots of movement, side to side. All right, second side. Right leg up. Step the right foot forward between your hands to crescent moon. Left knee comes down. Then lunge your hips forward, press your hands into your thighs, lean the upper torso back, gently looking up. Once you set up the base, now you're ready to take the arms up, Venus Mudra. And then once you get a few breaths in, repeating the variations you took on the first side. So if you're wrapping your hands back behind you, it's your other interlacing of your hands. So it's your non-dominant side. If you're taking side bending, right arm to right leg, left arm overhead, other right hand to your floor if you can reach. And then other direction if you'd like, to the left. If you're taking your binding of the mermaids, left hand to outer left foot, right arm up and back. Or mermaid 2, slip the foot to your elbow crease. Again, the same bind. All righty, starting to break, pyramid. Hands to either side of the right foot. Tuck the left toes under, lengthen over the right leg. All right, bend the right knee, ground the palms, kick the right leg up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Stay here in sideward scorpion. Let the hips get some space, and then we're going to come forward into the pigeon. All right, re-extend the right leg. Draw the right knee in toward the nose and land the shin to the floor. Right thigh angles out 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your left knee further back to lower the seat. Elongate through the spine. Make sure nice and level. And then make your way forward when you're ready. And those of you who went for additional variations, make sure you repeat. So if you're twisting to one side, the first side is threading the needle. Left arm underneath your right, left shoulder, left cheek comes down, and then if you can reach your right arm up and behind you for the bind of the right hand to the right big toe, you can take that bind. If you want to go the opposite direction, you want to lift the torso up, take the right seat down, move the right heel further forward so that the shin becomes more parallel to front of the mat. Make sure you flex your right foot. Then lean the torso over to your left and hooking your right tricep to serve the right foot for your twist. And then if you're going further into your mermaid binds again, you want to adjust that front leg, the right hand to the floor for support, binding left hand to outside the left foot, and kick back. Once you kick back, it elongates your left arm. Also draws the upper torso back so that with this more vertical line with your torso, it's easier to balance. So you want to actively kick back. So you want that bow effect. If you're taking the Mermaid 2, you're grabbing the inside of the foot, slip that foot to your elbow crease, and then reach up and back. Nice. So Vivian, if you take that right thigh and angle it to the right a little bit more. So release your back leg. Release your back legs. Right? The front thigh should angle to the right so that you're creating a triangle. There you go. Try again there. All right, so the foot actually doesn't have to be far back. You actually want it slightly forward. So you want the thigh to be out and the foot slightly forward. It doesn't have to be too far forward. You just don't want it underneath you because then you're going to go side to side, right? So you want it to be slightly forward and the knee to the side, creating a triangle to balance on. And that'll give you a much more, there you go. Do you feel the difference? Now kick back and lift the torso. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so you might even want to start with your hand on the floor and just get this position first. Because once you're no longer leaning forward with the torso, but you're leaning up and back. This gives you the balance. And once you keep kicking back, you're going to feel lighter and lighter to your fingers, and that's when you take the hands off. Good. There you go. Yep. All right, so that's the progression you have to work on. So just keep playing with that. All right, let's break. Make your way back up. Walk your hands back in for down dog. Pedal out the legs. All right, so anytime you're taking a balance pose, whatever balance pose it is, the significance of the base, right, is where you want to work with first. Right? So you have a strong, solid base to support everything above it. So you always want whatever's touching down to the floor to be nicely, solidly planted to the floor to give you proper support. Then you work on the rest of it. All right, when you're ready, walk your feet forward toward your hands and gently take the seat down. Let's take a seated spinal twist. Either left leg extending forward, right leg on top for the half variation for those of us with tighter hips, or take the left heel in first and right foot over. This is the full pose. So you want to ground both feet evenly to the floor. Right hand behind you, left arm is up on the inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Erica, switch legs. That's right. And then the right leg over. It's as if you've never done it before. It's only about the 100,000th time, right? Inhale, back to center. Exhale, counter twist to your left. Square back, switch legs. So extending both legs forward, either right leg extending, left foot over for the half pose, tighter hips, or right heel comes in first, and then left leg steps over. Left hand behind you, right arm up on the inhale, twist to your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Back to center again. Extend both legs forward with your hands supporting to either side. Lower onto your backs. And then let's take happy baby. Draw the knees in. Grab the outer feet. Let the feet be wide, way wider than your hips. And as you flex your feet, you're pressing your heels up toward the sky, but pulling your feet down with your hands. So there's a lot of oppositional resistance, and this should give you a nice hip opener here. And then release to take the soles of the feet together, grab the outer feet, and lift the head and the upper back, and then rounding the spine, maybe drawing your feet toward your third eye. Then release, step the feet to the floor for windshield wiper. So your feet are wide, about mat width distance. Your knees are bent. You're going to drop the knees over to the right, square back to center, to the left, and back to center like windshield wipers, side to side. This should give you a nice release to your lower back, to your hips. And then when you're ready, take it back to center, gently slide the legs forward, Savasana, find a relaxation. Toes are turned out, feet are separated. Arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes are closed, and let everything go. Beginning to draw your breath back in and start to move the fingers and the toes. When you're ready, reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. And then rolling over to the right, coming up to a comfortable cross-legged. Let's take a non-dominant shin on top. Reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Enough our own. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in practice. Come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Cheng, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video. Of course, all of this can be found on my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.